With Hank, he obviously had time to go back and look, but it almost seemed like he got kind of better as he started to move around a little bit, and he obviously has a unique ability to kind of throw off different feet. And I just wondered, was there a certain throw that stood out to you at all? I mean, he had a couple to CT on third down where he kind of really slid around and bought time. Um, yeah, just his ability to kind of do that, and those plays in particular.
I think the ones that stood out, the third down throws, and not one in particular. I thought, some of those third downs were big, and I didn't know that we had done as well throughout the game. It didn't feel like that, and he was obviously under duress. But he stood in there, his eyes were downfield. I think really all of them, some of those completions, just being in his first game and just watch him complete passes. I thought the receivers did a good job going up to get it. Like Khalil's catch, he did a great job of going up and making a play. Hank gave him a chance, but Khalil really went up and took that ball away and got his feet down in the end zone. So one of the things, like I said before, Hank showed toughness in there, and that's part of it. You don't want to get your quarterback hit, but at times to stand in there and deliver a ball, you got to do that sometimes. And I thought he did that, but not one in particular, just the overall game, his poise, composure, and just staying in it, right? As the game was not going our way early on, I think guys mentally can get themselves out of it, and it's hard to refocus in 3.5 hours and get yourself back on track. And he never seemed to lose that throughout the game, so that's encouraging that way.
And the composure, that also can kind of be a little bit of a mental thing, not just the guy in his face. Jay kind of alluded to it, but on third down, he was really sharp in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I think even his first series, he had a nice third down to CT. So to see that sort of thing, something that's so important for you guys, to seem to be able to do that on third down, those pressure downs, to be able to do it in his first game, what you saw from that.
Yeah, well, just like I said, I mean, he was pretty dialed on what we were trying to get done. I thought he knew where to go with the football. That's one of the things. He didn't look like he was searching. And Florida State, give him credit too, they did a good job on third downs with their pressures and all that. They did some things in that game that we hadn't prepared for. And that's what good teams do. They come out and they have a new wrinkle. They've learned something in the off season. You don't know what they've learned. They've been practicing it. They bring it, and you got a young quarterback back there. You're gonna try to get to him and get those D linemen or linebackers to him, and they did that at times. Just we happened to get the ball at a split second before we were hit. Now he also got hit. Ball came out. We had a turnover that way as well. So there were plenty of positives, and there's a lot of things in there too. Just breaking it all down. Take the experience factor out, take the first time starting out and all that. Just go back and just evaluate the quarterback position. There's still things in there that you go back and say, this is what has to happen. We need to improve in these areas. He knows that, which is right now what we learn about guys after the first game is how do they respond when we start getting into game 2, game 3, all right? You played really, really well, and now you want to go and have Sunday off. You want to relax a little bit. That's not the case. All right, you didn't play well. Now is it do you have to prepare better? Was it something that we did schematically? How are guys going to respond going into the next game? How hard are they going to work? What are they going to do to improve their game? And right now, I mean, Hank will be in there watching film. We'll see how he responds this week. Is his focus going to be laser like it was going into Florida State? Is it going to be like that for all of our guys? And we'll find out, because there was a lot of hype from this last game, and there can be a major hangover because of that. Everybody's on their phone. They want to just see how many times that their name gets retweeted, and they want to see the pictures that Boise State football puts out there, because we're trying to promote our program, but then they're retweeting it and they're paying attention to that, and so now you're not watching as much film, and you're just thinking about, all right, what an awesome game we just played in. And that's one game, and you still have this whole entire season. So if everything banks off one game, we might as well just quit right now and not play anymore and just ride the lightning, I guess, for lack of a better term. But anyways, that's got to be the focus of our team right now. I hope it is. I hope the maturity shows up. I don't know that, and then for some of these young players, that's one of the things I don't know, how they're going to handle it. And come Thursday, is it like, all right, now I'll scramble to get myself ready and we'll be ready by Friday? Or you coming in here watching film and really studying the game for getting yourself prepared for a better team, in my opinion. And I will say that every single week, who we play is going to be better the next week because they've seen us play. They know more about us. So they can go in there and they can plan and prepare a little bit better. Florida State had a tough time trying to figure us out too because it's first game. Now these second games, you're going to get a better opponent because they know more about you.